How are you supposed to act if you've killed people? You know, you're supposed to have blood dripping from your mouth and all that, fangs.
Being a sniper is a very unusual type of serial killer. You choose the place that you're going to shoot. You're kind of off, so it minimizes any contact whatsoever with the people you're going to shoot. And I'm wondering, what is it like when you're laying there getting ready to have a person walk in front of your sights?
The way people will sit down there and wait for wild game, I guess. I guess it's the same, hunters who, find a tree stand or something, It's a similar situation, I guess. Just sit there and wait until the target appears and shoot. The main motivation was to start a race war. The secondary motivation was just to get rid of the scum of the earth.
hate of white supremacy. You probably have heard of one of his shooting victims, however, one who survived. Hustler magazine founder Larry Flynt, who's actually now fighting to stop the execution. CNN's Kyung La spoke with Franklin on death row.
I threw that magazine down on the coffee table and thought, I'm going to kill that guy. You hear me?
The single, unwavering drive in Joseph Paul Franklin, murder. His target, Larry Flynt, infamous pornographer, founder and publisher of Hustler magazine, which in 1977 featured this controversial photo spread.
And I saw that interracial couple that he had photographed there having sex, you know, and it just made me sick.
Franklin, his hair wild, his gaze unwavering, unblinkingly recalled from death row his murderous spree, driven by a hate for Jews, blacks, and any whites associated with them. He was a sniper, carrying his rifle and scope in guitar cases. In St. Louis, he staked out a synagogue and gunned down Gerald Gordon. In Madison, Wisconsin, a young interracial couple. In Salt Lake City, Franklin killed 2 young black men who were jogging with white female friends. In Cincinnati, Ohio, children were not spared, 13 and 14-year-old cousins. Even civil rights leader Vernon Jordan shot with Franklin's sniper rifle, but survived. Larry Flynt would be a trophy killing for the white supremacist.
So you hunted him down?
Yeah, I was hunting him down. Yeah, I ain't gonna deny that.
You remember the shots ringing out?
Yes. Felt just sort of like a hot poker hitting me in my stomach.
Flynt will never forget March 6, 1978, as he walked to a courthouse where he was facing obscenity charges. The shots, like most of Franklin's targets, came from a distance. Flynt would barely survive the 2 bullets that struck him. He would never walk again. By the time police finally arrested Franklin in September 1980, at least 22 people were dead. Days away from his execution, Franklin spoke to me from death row about his 3-year killing spree.
3 years, just the same length of time Jesus was on his mission, from the time he was 30 until he was 33.
And what was your mission?
Well, to try to get a race war started.
Franklin showed me a tattoo. Faded with time, you can still make out that it's the Grim Reaper.
Do you think you're a hero to those hate groups?
Well, that's what they tell me, you know. Well, I'd rather people like me than not like me, just like anybody else, you know what I mean? I'd rather be loved than hated, you know.
Even if they are the Nazi Party and other hate groups?
Yeah, and they're not the only ones who love me, though.
Do you feel any hate looking at me?
Looking at you? No, of course. Huh?
I'm not white.
Yeah, I know, but you're, yeah, I have no feeling whatsoever, you know, hatred toward you, especially not a female, you know what I mean?
But you shot plenty of women.
Yeah, I know, that's true. You've got a point.
Franklin says he's no longer a racist, that he was wrong, and he's sorry for his crimes. He now wants mercy, fighting his upcoming execution any way he can. There is almost no one in his corner, except...
If you could stop it, would you stop it?
Oh, yes. I would say put him in prison for the rest of his life.
Why? Principle. He's against the death penalty. Amazingly, Flynt has filed a lawsuit trying to stop his own shooter's death. But don't mistake all this for mercy.
Is that how you see this? That you're forgiving him at all?
I'm not showing him anything. If it wasn't Joseph Paul Franklin and it was some other person who shot me, my feelings would be the same.
And what does Franklin think about the man he tried to kill but has never met and is now fighting for his life?
My old pal, Larry.
Your old pal, Larry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure he would refer to you as your old pal.
I like Larry.
But it appears even Flynt's efforts won't stop what awaits Franklin.
Most people out there, I mean, they're heading toward a burning hell and they don't know it.
Do you think something lies for you on the other side after November 20th?
Yeah, but it isn't a burning hell, though, because I'm a servant of the Lord, though.
I think we're about out of time.
Well, let's not say that. You just...
Time is important to you now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It has been for a long time, you know. And maybe we'll meet again sometime.
Kyung La joins me now. I mean, it's just a really fascinating interview that you did there. Did he really seem sorry about his killing sprees? Because he didn't seem it in that interview.
Yeah, it wasn't really apparent. He would say the words, but certainly he didn't show it. Now, he's had 30 years to think about it, but certainly that sort of sadness wasn't apparent visibly on his face.
And I know you have some news out of the governor's office regarding the execution. What have you heard?
What we have heard from the governor's office this evening, in fact, is that request for clemency by Franklin and his attorneys that has now officially been denied. There is another option that Franklin is seeking. It's through the courts. The state Supreme Court in Missouri so far has denied the motion for a stay he has filed with the federal district court. But as of this airing, Anderson, right now, nothing is stopping November 20th. He is scheduled to be executed at 12:01.
Okay, we appreciate the update. Thank you very much. Up next, confusion over new statin guidelines that could affect millions of people. Dr. Sanjay Gupta joins us next.
And a lone wolf.
I felt honored by the fact that Dr. Pierce dedicated Hunter to me. You know, I appreciated it. I admire Dr. Pierce. His dedication, intelligence, sincerity.
Because of his racially motivated killings, Franklin has become a hero to the white supremacy movement.
One of my mottos is kill them all. I see these, you know, two girls hitchhiking on the side of the road, and I usually pick up women every time, you know, I see them hitchhiking, you know. I wouldn't want them to get
You folks, TV?
Go ahead, John. Tell me Yeah, sir. Walker's on the scene. He's got a light. I've got a few shots here before we got here of them chalking the bar. I can't see any reason to stick around. Okay, stand by. I'm checking out another location right now that appears to be panning out.
I don't know if I go down that far, I may not come back up.
No, I didn't. No, I just had to change my filters.
Give me the reaction to your charges.
Totally innocent.
Totally innocent to all of them? Does that include
it was all trumped up. Yeah. They needed somebody to pin it on.
What do you mean trumped up?
They needed somebody. They had a lot of unsolved killings, and it needed somebody to pin it on. So they just picked me.
They think they have a lot of evidence against you, Jimmy.
That was just because of my white racist views.
Do you have white racist views?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Well, how do you feel about blacks?
I'm against race mixing and communism. Yeah, like I say, it's the federal communist federal government trying to frame us.
Close it up. We'll take care of it. We got it.
Close the door.
Franklin's just coming out, Terry, coming out of the door. Stay with me just a second here. Marshals are waiting for him. His lawyer's already come out. We'll get his reaction when he walks out of the courtroom.
Joe, what's next?
Joe, let's get your reaction, Joe.
Joe, did you get a good test?
Anything to say, Joe?
Not really. It's the government frame-up, like I said all along.
Certainly no different from what we've heard Joseph Paul Franklin say before. A government frame-up, that's what I've said all along. Earlier, his lawyer, Robert Van Sciver, came out and I asked him for his reaction to the case.
Out of the car. Move back. You're going to get run over. Get him out of the way.